This one.
All right. Will you stand on, raise your hands.
Can move back.
All right, if you want to frame that in for me.
Okay.
What's better? Hi, good morning. We're just preparing. We're going to start in a minute or so. So hang tight.
Yeah, you can see both nights.
Okay? All right. Ooh, I've got to turn these on. We'll get there. I'll get there. We'll get there together. Hey, Annika, why don't you say that you can hear me? You can hear me? Sunday morning, we're going to do a little slow flow. Good morning, Amy. All right. Sound is good?
Yes, she said she can hear us.
Okay. We're going to start this morning in child's pose. So once you find your mat, find your volume, find all your technical settings. Good morning, Cora. Find your child's pose. So hips to heels, knees can be together, knees can be apart. You can reach your arms forward for an extended version of child's pose, or for a resting version, the arms go back, hands by the feet, let the forehead be heavy. And then let your breath find you. Take some big breath when you begin, to arrive, to land, to settle, to let go of the week that we just passed, to let go of the morning that you've experienced. Just settle here right now on your mat, presence, with your breath. Taking the first few rounds to land. Morning, Obs. And now start to withdraw your senses from outside, the world you're experiencing on the outside, to the world you're experiencing on the inside. So use the breath to do that. As you breathe in, your attention follows the inhale through the nose, down the back of the throat, into the lungs, pausing when the lungs are full, and then breathing that same breath out through the nose, the way it came in. Just following that path with your attention. And then one breath at a time, you start to settle, start to calm, start to restore homeostasis, equanimity, coming back into balance. We're likely pretty overstressed before all of this pandemic business, and now especially so. So use this time. Take care of your nervous system. We're going to move through a Krama Tadaya sequence for a specific reason, to get us to compass pose, a hip opener. And we'll do that kind of slowly, very purposefully, with intention. So if compass pose is something you've always dreamed of doing, maybe that's your intention today. If there's something more personal, more private, you can set your intention to make this work you're going to do a little more personal, a little more impactful for you, to have some more meaning. Do that. Set your intention. And then along with your intention, you stay with the breath. That's one of the disciplines of this practice, to stay present. And it's a practice. So 2 minutes from now, 20 minutes from now, you can find yourself wrapped up in thinking about what's happening on Thursday or what happened last February. So you just bring yourself back, one breath at a time, right here on your mat, without shame, without thinking you should be doing anything different than what you are right now. It's absolutely perfect. So take 3 more breaths here into your Balasana, child's pose, feeling the weight on your forehead, heaviness through the shins. And then after that third exhale, allow yourself to get really empty and then press up onto your shins, onto 4s, hands and knees. From 4s, find cow pose. So you arch your back, lift your tailbone a lot. So really stretch. You can take many breaths here. We're trying to maybe touch the tailbone to the back of the skull. You can dig in with the toes to stretch the arches of the feet, eyes of the elbows forward. You can keep the gaze down, or maybe you start to lift the chin, open the throat, look up. And then as you exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. You can untuck the toes, really finding some space between the shoulders. We'll go twice more like that. Cow pose first. As you breathe in, open up, feel the length. And then as you exhale, length on the other side of the body. Push the floor away. One more time like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Back onto, or tucking the toes back into your cow pose, arch. And then pick up the knees, lifting the hips high, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Start to reach the ribs toward the thigh bones, biceps by the ears. You can pedal the feet, one heel heavy, the other knee draws in toward the chest. Easing your way into down dog. And just like in child's pose, investigate what you find here as you enter the pose. Notice where you feel tight, where you feel tense. Maybe it's between the ears. Maybe it's in the backs of your legs. You choose, you decide where you feel, what you feel. Loading the shoulders. Turn the eyes of the elbows forward. Feel the biceps draw together. The shoulders are toward the hips, so out of the ears. The upper back is very strong. Let the chest be heavy toward the thigh bones. Line up the heels behind the second toe, so when you look back at the heels, you can't, or feet, you can't see the heels. Good. Now from your down dog, lift just your right leg for a down dog twist. Open, bend, and stack. So feel the twist happen from your low back. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. You lift your left armpit a smidge so it's even with your right. Keep pressing into the hands evenly. You can lift that left heel to create some space. Maybe lift your right knee a little bit higher. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, put your right foot down. Inhale, do that to the left side. Lift your left leg. As you exhale, bend and stack. Keep the shoulders square. More twist from the low back. Left knee can lift, right heel can sink. Back of the neck is long, so you're not efforting to hold up the head. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, set your left foot down. Take an inhale in your downward facing dog. As you exhale, slide forward into plank. Now once you get into plank, notice if the heels are over the center of the feet. If not, lengthen out your plank. That really gives the legs a lot more power to lift the heels high. Shin bones draw together. Core is strong. Notice your low back. If you feel there's a ton in your low back, like it's really, you're dumping into that area, lift your hips so you can lengthen the back. If you don't feel this at all in your core, if it feels really easy, drop your hips a little bit so it's not so easy. Find an honest place to be here and breathe. As you breathe in, rock forward on the toes to squeeze the fronts of the wrists. Chin moves past the fingers. As you exhale, heels back, open the fronts of the wrists. Inhale, forward, plank, squeezing the wrists. Exhale, rock back. You can take down dog or you can just open the fronts. Good. One more time like that, forward, breathe in. And then peel back as you breathe out. Good. Now come back to that open bend and stack again. Right leg high on an inhale. Exhale to bend the knee, leaning to the left slightly, but even out the hands. Inhale, right leg straight. As you exhale, right foot all the way up between. Take a long lunge. Just to check into that right hip and see what you brought with you today. Hands can stay on the floor. If you want to twist, you can open into a twist. So just let the hips be heavy. You can always put the back knee down or you can keep that back heel high. Take an inhale to create length from the left heel through to the crown of the head. As you exhale, plant your right hand, step your right foot back. Hold plank to breathe in. and then take down dog to breathe out. Do the same thing on the other side. Lift your left leg on an inhale. Exhale, open, bend, and stack. Inhale to straighten it back out. As you exhale, bring it all the way up between for your long lunge. Good. So notice the left hip. Notice how they're the same. Notice how they may be a little bit different. You don't need to change that or fix that. Just be aware. Take one more breath in your lunging twist. And then as you breathe out, or maybe not a twist, breathe out, step back to plank. Hold plank for an inhale. Take downward facing dog as you exhale. Now just check in with this down dog and notice the ease that's starting to maybe come into the low back, into the hamstrings. Inhale to lift your heels. As you exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands and walk to the top of your mat. Once you get there, you can ragdoll. So the feet are about hip distance, bend the knees enough so the rib cage can lay right on the thigh bones. And then you grab onto the elbows and that gives the spine a little more weight to be heavy, to decompress. And then depending on maybe what you did yesterday or last night, who knows? Hamstring tightness, maybe a little extra bread yesterday if you tighten up those hamstrings. Lots of things. But you keep the ribs attached to the thighs as you start to straighten, and that gives your fold a lot more depth. Take one more breath in, all the way up, and then release the elbows, hands to the shins. Your inhale pulls the chest forward, length, and then soften and fold back in. Use your inhale to stand up, press the feet, circle the arms all the way up, lifting the gaze as the palms touch, and then as you exhale, all the way down to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, plant the hands, right foot back, right knee down. Use your inhale to circle your arms up, low lunge warrior. Your exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pull your left hip back. Last breath in, reach up, maybe look up. As you breathe out, frame your front foot, step it back, knees, and then all the way to the floor. If you want plank and chaturanga, that's your option. Untuck the toes, a little baby cobra. Or you can take a bigger up dog or a bigger cobra if you're ready. Take one more breath in your back bend. As you breathe out, lower down. Inhale, press back to child's pose. Tuck the toes once you're back there, and then take Adho Mukha as you exhale, downward face. From your down dog, just like you practiced a couple times, lift your right leg on an inhale. As you exhale, open, bend, and stack. Inhale, square it off, straighten. As you exhale, bring it all the way up, step it through. Put your left knee down, use your inhale, circle the arms up, maybe the gaze lifts. Shoulders down as you exhale. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, right hip back. Last breath in, lift your gaze if it's not already. As you breathe out, frame your right foot, pick up your back knee, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, stand up, open, reach. As you exhale, forward fold, down you go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, left foot to the back behind, and then knee to the floor. Use your inhale to reach up. We're going to move a little quicker this time. Stay for your exhale. Breathe in, and then your breath out frames your right leg. Maybe it's plank, maybe it's knees, but that same exhale takes you halfway or all the way down. Your new breath in, you peel open, lift the chest, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once you get back to down dog, left leg is going to lift on an inhale. As you exhale, open, bend, and stack. Inhale, straighten. As you exhale, bring it all the way up, step it through. Right knee hits the floor, use your inhale to rise. Exhale, shoulders down. Last breath in, reach up, maybe look up. As you breathe out, frame your front foot, pick up your back knee, and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, stand up, open and reach. As you exhale, back down you go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, right knee to the floor. Use your inhale to rise, just one breath. Use your exhale to flow. Frame your foot. You can take knees, chin, and chest, or you can take chaturanga, up dog. We'll meet in down dog. Right leg on an inhale, lift it up. Open, bend, and stack, exhale. Inhale, square, straight. As you exhale, all the way up between. Now set your left knee down, we're gonna change it up. Your inhale, chest lifts. Your exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, a hurdler stretch. Right leg is straight, take an inhale to lift your chest. And exhale, soften and fold. Breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out, soften and fold. Last breath in, lift up, look forward. As you breathe out, you're gonna walk your hands forward, bend your right knee, pick up your back leg, all the way up. Tree pose. It's early, go slow. Left foot, right leg. Hands at the heart or arms reach up. Breathe. Take one more breath in, reach up, look up, maybe lift a little higher. As you breathe out, hands come back to the heart, that left leg comes off, flex your foot. You're gonna go back the way you came, pressing back. And then let that left foot drop, step it, put your left knee down, back where you started. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, hands down. Left hand to the floor, right arm reaches. Now you can leave your back knee on the floor or you can lift it up. You decide, you know how warm you are. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, you're gonna put your right elbow on your right thigh. Now you're gonna pick up your back knee, seal your left heel, modified side angle. Right elbow keeps pressing that knee forward to stretch your right inner thigh. Left shoulder on top of the right shoulder. Left arm maybe reaches up or over the ear. Pull that right hip crease back. Anchor with your left heel. Stay with the breath. Don't collapse into that right side, so put a little weight in your elbow. Good. Take one more breath in. Now press into your right heel to reverse your warrior. Go all the way up and back. Don't lose that shape in your legs. Good. Left hand can take a half bind to your right hip, or right arm can reach up. Good. Good, good. Take one more inhale. Now we're going to half moon. So look past your right foot. Go slow in your transition. It's not a race to get there. And then once you are balancing on that right leg, you lift your left. Right hand under the right shoulder. Maybe the left arm extends to the sky. Good. Reach through your left heel. Good. Now maybe you bend your left knee and catch your left ankle. Take a Chapasana, a bind here. No rush. If you need to put that left foot down and take a break, or 2 or 6, take breaks. This is your practice. This is your time on your mat. You decide how it goes. I'm just giving you options. Good. From your half moon, take one more breath in. As you breathe out, release that. Slow and steady, drop a step it back to your warrior 2. Good. Take an inhale in your warrior 2. As you exhale, cartwheel, frame your front foot. Lift your back heel, take an inhale, look forward. As you exhale, back to plank. Take an inhale in plank. Chaturanga or modified with the knees. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in to lift your heels. Breathe out to bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. Step, walk, or jump. If you jump, you land softly between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, open. Reach up, all the way up. Stretch the side body. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. As you exhale, plant your hands. Put your left foot back, left knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge. Circle the arms up, just one breath. As you exhale, frame your right foot and step it back. You can take knees, chin, and chest, or your chaturanga, you choose, or you can always hang out in down dog, and we'll pick it up there. Good. Left leg on an inhale, high. As you exhale, open, bend, and stack. Inhale to straighten. As you exhale, bring it all the way up and through. Set your right knee down, start in your low lunge. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Left leg is straight-ish. It can be bent. The toes can even stay down. Your first inhale, you lift your chest. And then exhale, fold in. Check out what's hanging out in your hamstrings on the left. Breathe in. And breathe out. Do that one more time, flowing, breathe in and breathe out. Now inhale, look forward, set your left foot down, bend your left knee, you're traveling all the way up to tree. Steady. If you wobble, then you can stop, pause, collect yourself, and then get back into it. Ultimately, find Vrikshasana. Steady your breath. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Everything draws to center, and then you get taller from that center point. Take one more inhale for height. Use your exhale to release that right foot. If you bring the hands to the heart, that makes it a little easier to balance. Press back, create some resistance. Back the way you came, drop step, knee to the floor. Use your inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Take your twist first, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, side angle, elbow to thigh. Pick up your back knee, right heel down. Don't be sorry. Right arm up. Open your chest. And now check out, left knee is on the left ankle. Keep yourself aligned to stay safe. And then your elbow is on your thigh. Press a little bit of weight into this elbow so you're not dumping here. Right heel is anchoring, right arm is reaching. It can go straight up if that's better, if you feel too crowded in your neck. Put that right arm over the ear. Keep pulling your left hip back, give that left hip a little more intensity. Take one more inhale. Press into your left heel to reverse your warrior all the way up and back. Good, and remember, everything we do is for a reason, there's a purpose. You can choose to take these suggestions or not, but they're all leading to a desired effect. Soften your left toes. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, come forward, half moon. Left hand down. Good. Take your time getting there. And this is a hard pose, so give yourself some grace. If you wobble, you fall out, you get back in. That's the practice. Executing all of this perfectly each time. Maybe it happens, but probably not. And then your knee is down the long center of your mat. Kick the foot into the hand to open the chest, open that quad. Maybe you float the fingers. Good. And then when you're ready, you'll release into your warrior two. Good. Sink in, take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, cartwheel down, frame the foot, step it back, plank. You can decide in plank if a push-up is a good idea, maybe 4 push-ups are a better idea, maybe none. Downward dog, good. From your down dog, take a breath in, all the way out. Now inhale to lift your heels. Exhale to bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. Step, walk, or jump all the way up. Once you get there, take an inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold back in. Bend the knees, circle the arms, stand up on an inhale. As you exhale, hands to the heart. Step to the top of your mat. And now feel the weight distributed evenly through both feet. Front to back. Toes, heels, inner, outer edges. Now, from here, you're going to put the weight into your left foot, pick up your right. We're going to go backwards, left foot first. Right knee into the chest, hug it in. Now, once you've gotten your right leg lifted, hug the knee. Left hand can go to the left hip. If you're familiar with this pose, you can take your right toe, maybe, and extend your leg straight. We're taking it to the side. Utthita Asana Padangusthasana. Right knee out or right foot out. Keep this left hip hugging in. Keep getting taller. Maybe the left arm reaches up. Maybe the left arm reaches out. Your gaze can turn to the left to complete the energetics in this pose. Keep breathing. Now from here, shift your gaze back to center. You can bring the leg back to center, hands back to the heart. Flex your right foot. Create resistance with that right leg as you press back to 3. Now we're going to hang out at 3 for a few breaths. Get that slow flow thing in. Hold some poses. Keep reaching the right heel away from the top of the head. Chin is in, so the back of the neck is longer. Now, if the right foot is half an inch off the floor, or even if the right toes are touching the floor, as long as you're breathing, as long as your 2 eyes are focused softly on one spot, you're practicing. And even if they're not, you're still practicing. Take one more breath in. Use your breath out to drop step to Anjane. Right toes land, left foot moves over, crescent lunge. Arms by the ears. Now, left knee is on top of the left ankle. You can bend that knee a little more as long as your shin bone is perpendicular to the floor. Maybe you scoot your right foot back so you can lift that heel nice and high. Lift your chest, lift your lower abdominals, and maybe lean back. If you want a side stretch, left hand can take the right wrist, go up, and then lean to the left. Really dig in with your right toes to deepen the stretch through the psoas. Now take a breath in, reach up. As you breathe out, 2. Left heel intersects your right arch. You bend to 2 once or twice. So maybe you go a little deeper now. And again, that shin bone, perpendicular. Arms reach long. Reverse it, just to stretch out that left side. We're gonna need that space. So take an inhale. As you exhale, elbow to thigh or maybe left hand underneath. Right arm takes your left fingers. So you're in a bind. When you're bound, think about maybe straightening the elbows, keeping that knee over the ankle. Move your right shoulder back. Now look down at your left foot. You're going to bring your right foot halfway and then all the way up. So you're facing the top of your mat. You've got this bind. If you don't have the bind, you're going to step to the top of your mat. Fish hook your left arm underneath, inner or outer, whichever you can manage with your shoulder. Shift the weight onto your right foot, high on your left heel. Bird of paradise. Lift your left leg. Now fish hook or bind, you can extend your left leg. Keep the chest open. You can make a fancy mudra with your left hand or your right hand, or you can hang on to your hip. You've got options. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, bend your left knee, put your left foot down, and fold. Hang here. Now, bring your feet a little wider than your hips. Bend your knees enough so you can slide your hands under your feet, toes to wrists, so you can bend your knees a whole bunch. And then press on your hands with your toes as you pull on your feet with your hands. Elbows bend, head is heavy. And just like we did in our first Uttanasana, if you have the range, if your hamstrings are starting to warm, maybe start to straighten the legs with the ribs attached. Take one more breath in. Let it go. Let yourself be heavy. And then let the hands come free. Scooch the feet back together. Flat back. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Inhale. Stand. Bending the knees. All the way up. Reach. Hands to the heart. Other side. Stand on your right leg. Find the feet, the bottoms, the edges. Left hand, left shin, or hook your first left toe. Establish your balance. Imagine strong roots growing from that right heel, and then opening that left leg out. External rotation in that left hip, without letting the left hip go way back. Keep it drawing forward, but the knee goes back. There it is. Gaze to the right. Right arm can go up or out. And then you're going to bring the gaze back to center. Bring the leg back to center. Maybe hands at the heart, or arms can always extend. Create some resistance as you transition into Virabhadrasana 3. Creating that extension through the whole back body. You can soften your right knee a bit. Stay with the breath. If it's breezy, if you need to reset, do that. Take one more full inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, you'll soften your right knee, drop step your left foot, Anjaneyasana. Move your right leg over. Drop into that right hip. Tailbone down, front of the hips lift. Notice your back heel. Extend through the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Easy breath. And now maybe that side stretch if you want it. If you don't, leave it. And then lean to the right. Move the left shoulder back. Dig in with the left toes, lift the heel a bit, maybe drop into your right knee. Find whatever tweaks you need to make this more yours. Take an inhale to come back to center. Exhale, Virutù. So scooch that right foot over, intersects your left arch, drop in, right knee out, arms open. Breathe. Now from here, keep your right knee exactly where it is. You're just reversing it to gain some momentum for an inhale. And then as you exhale, all the space on your right side. Take it to your bound side angle. Right hand behind the right thigh. Left hand reaches for the bind. Or you fish hook. Like so. Look down at your right foot. Bring your back foot halfway, then all the way. Then you transition onto your left. High heel on your right, fish hook or bind, transition onto your left leg. Stand up. And then keep your eyes settled on that one spot. Open. When you're ready, take one more breath in. As you breathe out, like you mean to do it a little bit maybe, back to your forward fold. Feet are a little wider than the hips. Now we'll take the toes. If you want the wrist massage, the Hasta version, hands under the toes, do that. Otherwise, hook your toes with your fingers. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Now pull on the toes as you press on the hands. Feel the hamstring stretch. Feel the low back stretch. Stay here and breathe. Full, even breath. Even surrender the weight of the head. Feel all of that freedom in the back of the neck, the spine. Now from here, take an inhale to lift halfway. As you exhale, release the toes. Now put the hands on the floor and step back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, put the knees on the floor. Stand up on your shins. Now this will probably work better if you turn and face the long ways on your shins. Parigasana. So you're going to stand on your left knee, extend your right leg. Knee and toes, same line. Now, inhale, feel your chest lift. As you exhale, right hand slides down, left arm is going to lift up. And then keeping the chest square over the long edge so you're not folding in, you're staying open, lean over toward your right ankle. So reaching your left arm up, 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 your right hand can slide down. Breathe here. So you're liberating all of this connective tissue, all of the stuff that binds the hips, the ribs, the pelvis, all that stuff together. Open that up. Use the breath. Good. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, come back to center. Good. Now before we switch sides, go forward into kind of a wonky tabletop. So the hands are going to be under the shoulders. You're off of your back. Good. So this right leg is long. Keep your right hand where it is. Inhale, lift your left arm. Open the chest. Really stretch. As you exhale, hook it under. Land on your left shoulder for a threaded needle. If you've got long arms and short legs, perhaps, your left toe or left fingers can hook your right toe. Or you just press a little more into the back of that left hand to deepen that outer left shoulder stretch. Either way you're breathing, you're going to need that shoulders, that back space. Three more breaths here. Purposeful, intention. After that last exhale, pull your left arm out, lift it up, look at your hand, open the chest, and then set your left hand down. Now walk yourself back. You can bend your right knee and then put the right knee down. That'll be easier. Good. And now Parigasana, side two, left leg long. Check in with your toes and knee. Make sure that they're relatively lined up. And then your right arm will lift up, create length, and then lean toward your left foot. Keep the right shoulder moving back. Good. Maybe a little puff of air under your left arch. Think about pressing with the outer left foot to give that outer left leg a little more intensity. Breathe. Good. Take a few more breaths here. Maybe move that right shoulder back a little bit. Get a little deeper into the chest. And then you're going to come back up, so take that bend out of the spine, and then arms down in front of you for that tabletop with a long left leg, right hand under the shoulder. Left hand stays, lift up. Exhale, hook it under. If you need to put something under your right side to bring the floor a little closer to you, a block or a pillow or some such support, do that. Maybe your right fingers hook your first left toe, or you just press with the back of that right hand to get a little deeper right shoulder stretch. Three more breaths. After that third breath, make sure you're empty, get all of it out of there. And then left hand in front of the face, pull your right arm up, take an inhale to stretch. And then your exhale to put the right hand down. You can put the left knee underneath you. Turn and face the front of your mat. And then you're going to come onto your heels so you can swing the legs around in front. Seated. So, you're going to bring the knees together. First two fingers, hook your first toe on each foot. And it's kind of like boat pose. So you find that spot between your sitting bones and your tailbone where you can round and balance, that round spot where you can balance. You got to engage your abdominals to keep you upright. And now, with the toe hold, Ubaya Pada Mustasana. Extend your legs. Maybe the knees are micro bent, so you're not locking out, so you don't want to lock the knees. Keep reaching through the heels as you lift your chest toward your feet. Just like you do when you're standing in this position. Pull on the toes as you press on the fingers. Stay with the breath. Practice. If this is the first time you've ever done this and it feels really hard, then you take little breaks. And you do what you can. And your yoga will always meet you exactly where you are as long as you're honest with that process. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, the Upavista version, the wide-legged version. So if you're next to a pal, stagger. And then you lift the chest, reach through the heels. Maybe you draw the legs up a little more, lift the chest, but you don't want to round in the low back. You want to keep the low back lifted. Long back. Think about the bandhas, pelvic floor, navel, throat, all of those engaged to keep energy moving from the bottom of the body toward the crown. Take one more breath in here. As you breathe out, bring the legs back together. Lift your chest and bend your knees. All right. Now, if you want to go a long way again, turning on your mat, that's fine. We're going to take some wide-legged things now. So your legs are long, wide. Heels toward the opposite ends. Now, to begin here, you want to take your inner thighs, roll them in and back, so you're tilted forward on your pelvis. Reach through the heels. Parivrita here. So we're going to lay your right elbow on your right thigh, lift your left arm up, and then kind of like our gate latch, our Parigasana, where you're reaching toward your opposite leg. You're pushing into your right elbow so you're not collapsing there. Or you can extend your right arm maybe to the inside of your foot, reaching your left hand to the outside, and then your chest moves through your shoulders. But you want your back hip to stay on the floor, so don't let those sitting bones lift up too terribly much. Try to keep them anchored. And then you can breathe into that whole side body. Good. Yeah, nice. Left shoulder is on top of the right shoulder. Modification for this. Right hand can come down here, left arm can reach up. So no matter where you are, you have an option to move, to breathe, to affect some change with that process. One breath at a time. As you're here for longer, maybe you start to create some space that you can ease into a little deeper version of this pose. Maybe you get a little more reach with that left arm. As you start to crack into those places that maybe haven't been cracked into in a while. Pulling out the old gunk that you find. Now, maybe 3 more reps. After that third exhale, you're going to use your left obliques. Use your breath. You can use that right arm to pull you up. Just give yourself a moment here. Your left side might feel 3 inches longer than your right. We'll balance them out. So start to lean toward your left. Maybe your elbow comes to your thigh. Maybe you've got some blocks or a stack of books or whatever at home you can put under your left arm. Right arm can reach straight up. So you want the chest open, leaning toward your left leg. And then maybe this right arm starts to come toward your left toes, not at the expense of lifting that right hip 10 inches off the floor. Keep that right hip anchored so the whole side body is stretching, and then your chest moves through the shoulders. Good, nice. Use that breath to break through those places. Maybe 3 more breaths here. Good. Looking for those advancements, those places that you can allow yourself to go just a little further. And you don't know what that is if you're not paying attention. So you've got to be here, got to be in it. Use your right obliques, use an inhale, maybe a little pressure with your left arm to come all the way back up. Now you can stay sideways if you want, or you can go back facing forward. It doesn't really matter. We're going to take Janu Shirshasana. Left knee is going to bend now. Now you're going to turn yourself more over your right leg. So now some of your left quads are going to get more of a stretch. So right arm is out here kind of as a kickstand. Left arm reaches up. Keep your left leg and your left hip anchored as you inhale. As you exhale, reach for the outside of your right foot. And if your right foot's ambitious, then you take your leg or your thigh. And then your inhale will lift you. As you exhale, think about your left ear moving toward your right knee. And then you can use this left arm to allow yourself a little deeper fold. Breathe. Good. Now remember, we're creating space with a desired goal in mind. We need shoulder space, we need back space, some hip space, inner thigh stuff. We're almost there. Take 1 more breath in. All the way out. Use your inhale to come up. Now, just for kicks, you've been doing a lot of forward folds. Since you've got this left knee bent, your right leg straight, put your left hand behind you, lift your chest, reach around. And maybe go the other way. And then go back down. Now we're going to change sides. Parvarita Janu Shirshasana, side 2. Left leg long, right knee bends. Left hand can hold you up, or just support you somehow. Right arm reaches up on an inhale. Flex your left foot. As you exhale, right hand to the outside of your left leg. Use your breath in to lift your chest, create some length away from the hips. And then right ear to your left knee. Use your right arm to create a little more resistance. If you'd like it, if you're good where you are, stay, breathe. Take another breath in, all the way out, and then use your inhale to come up. You want that little back bend addition, you'll stand on your right knee and your left foot, right hand behind you, press down, lift up, maybe circle that arm, maybe just let the head drop, stretch the side body, the front, and then you'll lower. And it's time, compass pose. So this is what we've been gearing up for. You're gonna sit facing forward. Left knee will just bend kind of here in front. You'll pick up your right leg. Now you're gonna cradle it, sole of the foot into the arch, and then interlace and lift up. Keep your right foot flexed. And if this is where you get and this is where you stay, perfect. But you've gotta do this first. So if you can't do this, work on doing this. And then you're gonna take your right hand underneath, like so, left hand to your foot, and you're gonna kind of crank it back just go like that, like your right knee toward the back of you, behind you, toward the back right corner. And then, that a few times, getting into that hip. Left hand is gonna go to the outside of your foot, and then you're gonna maybe see what you can do about getting that right leg over to your shoulder. Doesn't have to be quite on it, just maybe behind it. Right hand is gonna go to the floor, right leg is going to extend, and then you reach your right leg up. Maybe you look over your left, or under your left armpit. Pressing with your right hand, you're breathing. And wherever you are, perfect. If you want to strap on this left foot or right foot, you can strap it in. Here you go, compass. We'll do the other side. Lay your right leg down. Start with your cradle. So right elbow, left foot, left knee, or you know what I mean, elbow to knee, interlace here. It's hard. And then just kind of rock here. And when you're rocking, you're not going so far that you're in agony. You're finding maybe a little resistance, keeping the chest lifted. And then when you feel like you've gotten enough mobility there, your left arm is going to go under your leg, hold it up, and then your right hand is going to go to your foot. You're going to kind of like a ratchet strap, moving that left knee back to work behind you. And then if you've got the space, if you've got the time, left hand down, we got the beer, remember that? Up to the outside. And then extend and reach up. Lift your gaze. Look under your right armpit, over your right shoulder. Keep lifting your chest. And then when you feel like that's enough, you bend it, you set it down, uncross. All right, we'll take some wipers, knock that stuff loose, go side to side. And then after all that opening, we'll stretch the backs of the hips, Gomukhasana, right knee on the bottom, left knee on the top. Stack up the knees. Now if you get into this shape and your knees are nowhere near stacked, if you lift your pelvis and find that anterior tilt again, it gives the knees a little better chance of stacking. So sit on something, a block or a bolster. Less intense with the heels into the hips. A little more intense if you move the heels out like handlebars. And then you have a little spot under the ball of each big toe. If you press it, it's a marble point to release anger. It's a theme lately. Inhale, lift your chest. And then as you exhale, keep the length in your spine as you lean forward toward your left knee. You can keep holding on to your feet. If you want the arm variation, your right arm will be on top, left arm on bottom, leaning forward, or you can bring your hands out and breathe into whatever you find in the back of those hips. Relax your face. Think about something that you're willing to let go of in the next 5 breaths, and then do that. When you feel like it's time, walk your hands closer to your legs, lift your chest, and then you're just going to change sides. Left leg is going to go on the bottom, right leg will go on top. And if you find this stack is nothing like the first stack and you need more support or less support, it's just how it goes. Find your bind, your hold of your feet or arms forward. Couple breaths into what you feel, and then maybe you deepen that by folding in, or you stay where you are and breathe. Now we're going to hold this for 5 more breaths, and you have to think of something else you can let go of. Well, you don't have to, you can do whatever you want, but my suggestion is that you think of something else you can let go of. Curbside pickup is this week. Throw all that garbage out there on the curb. Curbside pickup better be this week. When you're ready, you'll wait for the perfect inhale for you to come up. You move the legs apart, and then take some more wipers just to knock anything loose, but maybe just on the cusp. And then you're going to extend your leg long, whatever's underneath here, move it out. Inhale to reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, pull your navel in and lower 1 vertebra at a time all the way onto your mat. Once you're all the way down, take another breath in to really lengthen out. And then as you exhale, hug your right knee in, give it a squeeze. Keep your right knee in, pick up your left leg, hug that in, give that a squeeze. And then Apanasana with both hands, or with right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, take circles. With the knees, they can be moving together, they can be moving apart. Just to free up the sacrum, massage the back a smidge. And then when you're ready, you can take a reclined twist, bringing the knees together, Let them drop to the right. You can offset the hips, maybe left 3 inches to the left as you drop the knees to the right. Give your low back a couple breaths to find the twist, to soften in. So these last few breaths here in this reclined twist, notice the effect that deeper breaths have. Maybe it affects changes in the bones in your back, and it sounds like an old farmhouse floor. Just notice what the breath can do. It can do a lot. Start to move those bones around in a good way. When you're ready, use your inhale to bring your knees back onto your chest. Give yourself another squeeze. If you want some more Apanasana, you can move the knees around, or you can just hug it in. And then you'll offset the twist by moving your hips 5 or 6 inches now to the right as you drop your knees to the left. And then the same thing applies. Give yourself a few breaths to let your low back agree to this twist. You can use your left hand to hold on to your right leg. When you're ready, wait for your inhale. And then come onto your back. Knees onto the chest. Hug the knees in. If happy baby makes sense to finish your practice with that posture, do that with the knees outside, the feet up, hang on to the out steps, create some space and length in the back by tucking the chin, maybe rock and roll a little bit to massage the back. And then whatever you feel like you need to complete your practice, maybe an inversion or a back bend or something else I didn't call, if you're good to go, then just let yourself rest. It's not just, it's a job to let yourself rest, I think. So let your legs relax, let your arms relax, palms face up. Scoot your shoulders a little bit, maybe underneath to give your Anahata, that fourth chakra space, a little more lift. Let your body be completely still, heavy, dissolve. Aware of sensation and aware of the mind. Let sensation meet the mind meet sensation. Let yourself rest with that connection. start to notice the breath more. The next time you breathe in to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 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 hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 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 hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 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 hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 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 hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 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 hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 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 hold. Breathe in, fluid all the way to the top. Open and empty, let it go. Take a couple more cleansing like that. Breathe in. And just let it rinse out. Last one. Move your body however it feels most intuitive, the fingers, the feet. Rolling onto your right side, pausing, thinking of something that you're grateful for this morning or whatever time it is that you're doing this practice. And then once you've got that, press into your hands to come back to your seat. Anjali Mudra, chin to the chest. Maybe the eyes are closed. Gratitude for the practice, the ancient wisdom, and all of the things that keep us connected. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Happy Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.